as you can see, I'm in a different area today. Welcome to Tuesday, staying in day, and I thought I'd do some work in my cubby, mainly my desk. I've done, over the last couple of days, been sorting out my Easter decor, so I might just liven up and refresh my desk area. I want to clean the whole of my cubby, but I'm not sure if that is going to be done today. I'm going to see how it goes. As I said, I've set myself a target to at least get the desk done, because being in my craft space, as you can see, it is only a small space. I can just about swing my chair around. It's only tiny, but I've got two of these units just here. And I say all this, a lot of this, including the desk, came from IKEA a fair few years ago now, but it is my space. It's literally door off walk-in cupboard if you haven't seen any previous videos over the last 12 months. Getting back to what I was going to say, yeah, I tend to set myself a mini target of, say, clean the desk or whatever before I get sidetracked in looking at craft papers, and then my mind starts going on what crafts I want to do and things like that. So I may include that sort of thing, but looking through some of my craft pieces as I wipe them down. But you can easily, as a crafter, get sidetracked. But anyway, Tuesday, desk, and then we'll see how we get on from there. It may take me quite some time. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing a vlog as I'm dusting. I'll see how it goes, or whether I'll just speed it up and put music. I am not 100% sure how this video is going to go. As hubby keeps saying it, I'm winging it. So I'm just in a comfortable outfit. I've just got my sort of velvety jogging bottoms on. If you've noticed, I've got my Disney top that I got at the beginning of the year, reduced from Primark. And I thought one of my so-called treats later, I might watch a Disney movie if I get my things ticked off today and get things done. The only thing is, it's known which Disney movie to watch, because dare bet if I put one particular Disney movie on, the rest of the family, when they come in and said, oh, you know what you've done, and normally I tell them if I've watched something, and the amount of times I've been told, oh, I wanted to watch that. I know they've got some favourites, even some of the musical type more Disney movies they still enjoy. So yeah, so I'm going to clear the decks here. That is my main goal, and I'll see how I go. I might actually do a little chit chat as I'm working through my desk space and see how that works out. As you know, I quite safely rabbit on about anything and everything and go off topic, especially when I'm on my own. It's at least something, you know, talking to a camera, or should I say my phone, and having people comment back, especially if you haven't got a craft room as such, or maybe you've just got a box or a cupboard. Please comment down below, you know, if you're, you know, a sort of, I'm a very basic crafter, and I've said this a number of times, so my know-how is not brilliant, but I might incorporate a lot more to do with basic crafting while everything else is going on. And as you probably realise, I do comment stay in day or whatever. You don't feel as though you're so cut off when you say it that way, rather than, I'm not going to say it, the rest of what you could say, the rest of the country. But again, I'm trying to stay positive and keep my mind, body and soul going, as I say. So we'll see how we go. I have got my tools here at the moment, and I like this chair. I wanted one with originally armrests, but I couldn't here, because one, because of the size of the desk, two, it would just, I've only got a small space because I insisted having the two units, as you've pointed out. And if you've seen any previous videos, you know for a fact, you know, I've got so much stuff in them. But even though it's a small area, hubby still says it's the TARDIS, due to the fact that he cannot believe how much, I'm going to say stuff, I'm not going to say the other word, as he probably would say, stuff in it. Yes, Anne, I'm saying stuff, not the other word. If you're watching this video, I am missing you, my darling. So I know you started commenting again, so I've missed you, and I'm hoping that you'll consider, you know, starting some crafting up. I really could do with the inspiration. So yes, let's get on and get the desk done, because I hate to say how many minutes I've spent rabbiting on when I could be doing my desk. So as you know, I do have a lot of stuff. I try and keep the bare bit down here as empty as I can, because there's certain things like my Big Shot 6 machine which I want to incorporate in another video. I tend to have that on, or use that in the lounge or the dining table, due to the fact it's big, it's heavy. There's just not enough space in here to do this. But doing planning, which I'm loving my planner, which I keep here. Not much is going in there, except for more of a diary at the moment, I think, of what is happening each day. Obviously what videos I'm uploading, that sort of thing. I do have my other one that I haven't got hardly anything in this because nothing's going on. That's like the 2020 diary that can just scribble things down. I noticed I haven't even changed my calendar over. It's still February in here. I can't believe that. That is disgusting, but nothing's been going on there. So let's get on and see how we go from there. Right, so got my usual dust wipes, my extendable duster that I use in here, but more than likely I have got some kitchen wipes here as well that I probably use, especially on the desk part, and you know, just to make it more cleaner and everything. So I've done this a number of times in the past, and I'll probably talk now and again as I'm going through. I might put some background music in. As I said, I'm not quite sure, but I want to change this. I do spend a lot of time in here, even though it's a small space. It's my girly space. I would say our home's quite masculine. You might not think that. It's going more feminine because of my ornaments and everything, but while I was working full-time and everything, it was mostly masculine, and it still is, with a lot of black furniture and you know, neutral tones, I think. But in here is a girly pink space, and you know, it's the only girly place I would say in the whole house, which is my happy place. And I'm just going to tilt you up if I can, just to show you my shelf without jolting you. As you can see, this is my happy place. I'm sure I got this from Dunelm, but it was years ago when I actually had my cubby done for my birthday, for my 50th, I think it was, thereabouts. So yeah, and I'm sure she won't mind. This is still up. This is one of my favourite pieces. This is what Anne did, as I mentioned her name. And she did this lovely card for me. And it's actually got a owl on the back, and with love like that. But I tend to keep that there. As I said, part of me is thinking about putting some magnets on the back, maybe because I've got a magnetic board on my desk, but at the moment I like it here on my shelf. I've got this but first, makeup. I don't wear a lot of makeup. I wear a lot of lippy, but not a lot. That's something else I want to concentrate on, because I did sort my makeup out a while ago, as you probably have seen. This actually came from the print is separate from the frame, both from Poundland. Right, this was from Wilko's. These were about £6 to £8, and they were actually reduced down to £1. I did have another one, but a member of the family smashed it. But I kept these bits, but they smashed the actual one. So I used to have a set of 2 of those. But that's up there. That might actually come out. And then I've got this one here. Sorry about my squeaky. I got a squeaky chair. Time is now. That was from, I'm sure that was from Primark, and I think I only paid like £1 for that. Sorry if it's glary. And then I've just got our granddaughter's money box on the end there that I put in every week. You know, so I can treat her. So that's the shelf, but I don't know why I've got sidetracked showing you the shelf, due to the fact that I'm doing the desk at the moment, but that's what I've got there. So let's get on with cleaning the desk. So down we go. Right, so I've got my pieces here. So what I will do is, because I haven't got any other work surface, I will probably take everything out and maybe put it on the floor or something, give it a good wipe, or just move bits and pieces. I'm sorry if I jolt you because you're on the stand at the moment, but we'll see how it goes. And I want to alter bits and pieces around and change things out. So let's get started. And I'm sorry for any rustle, especially if I'm keeping the volume on and talking as we go. I have got these lovely paper clips. I got these from the range when I was away. Seemed ages ago now, about a month ago I think now it seems. And I got these, as I said, I think these were £1. I think they're sweet, and I can use them also in my planner. You'll notice I've got a lot of gold pieces around as well. And this was a Poundland. I'll try and, as I'm nattering and cleaning, I'll try and tell you where things come. This is just one of those like ceramic tiles. I've got another one, and these were from, I think it was a set of 2, thinking about it, from Poundland. You Are Loved, and it just goes nice. Usually I have my drink here as well. So I'm going to move that over there. This came from Home Bargains a number of weeks ago, if not, no, I think it was a month and a half ago now, and it is like a little jewellery case, but because it goes with everything else, all these gold pieces, I just thought I might put something nice in there. I have got my little crystal owl here that I can put in, you know. I'm not sure yet, but as I said, I'm going with it. And I've got a few other bits that I can swap out. They're sort of behind me, and this one came from Wilko's. I think it was something like £3.50. Now I will make a declaration, this stuff that's on here that I haven't really done a lot with is just the fact that I bought all this purchased all this before the lockdown and haven't done anything with it, due to the fact that I had a number of appointments for different medical reasons and dentists and everything, and one thing and another before the lockdown, so that's what happened. And this came from Poundland. I think this is the last one. I'm hoping that I can get some more of it, and it's just got this gold edging, just white, and that fits in lovely just there. So and then I've got my box here. This is actually, I don't think I showed you, this has got all my sort of different lip soils and things like that, lip smackers. I've got like this one, a Vaseline and everything, so and there's quite a few. I know it's disgusting. And obviously baby lips, I use a lot of those. Said it's the one thing that I use a lot of, especially even at home, because I do get chapped lips. So these are all the things, and then I've got some more here, and I have got some more lip things here. So yeah, very often I tend to use one until it totally is not usable again, if you know what I mean. So that's that. So that was actually a gift from a dear friend of mine some years ago, and it's got To Denise Love, and it's got my friend's name on there. So let us get on, and I keep saying that, and I'll try and, as I say, show you the bits and pieces. So I'm going to start pulling it out and going through it and reorganising a bit, just refresh the space, especially, and I keep saying this in my videos, refresh the space because you're in all day and you want something else to look at, and you just want something different, if you know what I mean. So let's get this all out. This is really getting a bit cluttered. I might actually take those owls out and put something else in there. So, do excuse my back. I hope you can still hear me. So I'm just lifting things down so I can clear this space. If you're doing sorry if I'm fading in and out, if you're decluttering and want a fresh start, if it's a small area like a desk or something, sometimes it is easier just to empty it. I've also got this is also part of Wilko's here, and this is where I keep my diary, my planner. I do have some plain gold coasters here. I'm using that ceramic one at the moment. My gold paper clips, that also came. Well, the jar actually came from Wilko's as well. It was a gift, but it had something else in it. But I've got me gold paper clips because I tend to use those more than the little mini pegs that was in there. Of course, my owl normally stands on there. And then at the back here, it's a bit stiff because it's quite full. Let's take that out. Is what I keep all my planner stuff in. And guess what? Yes, it's Wilko's. And it just keeps all my planner stuff in there. I organised that, and I believe I shared that a while back. So it's got all my planner pieces, so it's all together. And if I hadn't said, this also came, I'm sure I did mention, this came from Wilko's as well. So, yeah. So let's take all that out. I'll take my crystal owl. I'll put my owl up there because I don't want to get it broken. Right, I'll take just some papers and things. I've got some stickers that I use for my planner here, but they just don't fit in until I take them off. That was a pad that a friend gave me. I still got to put it with the rest of my papers. So let's put those out of the way. And then, so I've got my pink mat here, my cutting mat. This actually came from Amazon. I'm trying to think, I think it was something like $6.99. I know Lidl, it was either Lidl or Aldi I saw on YouTube that was selling them more reasonable, but I couldn't get one, so I actually ordered mine from Amazon. I've got a green one. I've got a small green one that I use in here sometimes, or if I'm somewhere else. And also I have about this size in green, yes, in a caravan, because I do crafting in a caravan as well. So let's move that. This was I'm trying to think now, was this $9.99, this cover? I am trying to think. I think it was $9.99. We have got these upstairs in the desk. It's just a big plastic mat. It protects the desk so it don't get scratched. So I'll move that over. Got a few bits come off there and just wipe this. I think what I'm going to do is I am actually going to use, excuse the rustle, I'm just going to wipe my surface with one of these. Normally I would just use a dust wipe, but I think, well, that smells lovely. This is Citrus Burst, so I'll just wipe that down. So I hope everybody's keeping busy and not getting too bored. I think it's the social aspect with me. It's may seem funny, but I'm not very good in big crowds or people I don't know until I get sort of relax a bit more with them. I don't like big crowds. I don't like necessarily being centre attraction, which might seem weird doing YouTube. But I do, you know, I'm finding it a little bit easier to talk as I'm going along. I keep mentioning this, and yes, I do make an awful lot of mistakes because I don't do a lot of editing. I piece pieces together, if anybody wants to know. Again, it's not done on a laptop or computer or nothing fancy. It's just done on my phone, and it's quicker, and I can just put the transmissions, is that the right word? See what I mean? And you know, just put those in, and it just makes it a lot easier, because I'm doing this not just for myself. I hope along the way that I'm helping people. You know, I do suffer from anxiety, and I've said this before, and panic attacks, but it was a way to sort of express myself and gain some confidence while I started YouTube. Right, so let's get this mat down. I had a set of different cutting boards, the plastic ones. I can't get it, it's up on the shelf at the moment. And I use the pink one as actually when I'm using my glue gun. So it saves workspace, you know, not getting glue everywhere. So that is messy, pink one, but it's a good idea. It's very thin plastic. If I remember, I'll show you at some point what I use when I use my glue gun, just to protect surfaces. Even though, yes, I know, I've got this plastic mat down, I've got my cutting board, and then I've got another one when I use my glue gun. Right, so the first thing, again, I've probably gone waving out of earshot. Let's just do this. This is the sort of time when I go round and I take out what I'm not using. On this, I am just going to use a dust wipe because I am not 100% sure how those wipes will react to metal on here. It might be okay, but I'm just going to wipe it down. I do like these. These are Wilko's. I always use these dust wipes. I try not to use... Oops, see what I mean? Here it goes. Me as a klutz. I try not to use a lot of sprays. I do have a spray bleach if the hob happens to get quite bad, or there's something that doesn't actually... I lost my train of thought there. If something's quite bad, which it really shouldn't get to that stage, but I tend to use a lot of wipes in cloakroom, bathroom, kitchen, any area actually, and dust wipes. I know they're not very good for the environment, but I went through a really bad stage of coughing. This is years ago, and I have to be careful of body sprays. And no, it's not ideal. If I'm going to use a body spray, I tend to get my jumper up on my top and spray while I've got my top on. Just as well, that a lot of the sprays that I use do not send your clothing white. I do use roll-ons more, I must admit, but I do like the scent of some of the sprays. So that's that. I have to say, wiping it down, that I'm the only one basically that uses this room. The only thing that people may come in for, or members of the family come in for, which is in those white things that are hanging up on the pole, is scissors or pens, or sometimes I've got string in here and I've got tape. That's more likely the only things that you know, sort of people will come in for. So I'm going to just wipe down what I can. I'm hoping you're not going to find this boring, but I'm hoping you've got a drink, or maybe you're cleaning a space as you're watching this. So that will remain the same because everything there is in use. Like my coaster is, that is in use, so that will be staying. This is the part that I want to change out. So I'll show you, as you probably realise, what was there was this. I have to go a certain way. I have to swing that way round and not the other way, because else I'll end up knocking my pots off, and that's what used to start when I first had them done, because the back of the chair knocking my pots off. Well, anyway, so I'm going to replace my owls, bless them. I'm going to do something else with those and I may either pack them away or have them somewhere else in their home. This will stay on. This is my flip tag book. I've had that one quite some time. I might change it round to something else. We shall see. So it's usually sort of what I'm feeling at the time. Like this one, nail varnish. I do like to keep doing my nails. Yeah, I keep saying I've got to do them and I don't get them done. And the fact that I love coffee. That's a Christmas one. That was one of the very first ones I did. To be loved. They're all double-sided. Hugs. Hello. And then we've got Live Life in Full Bloom. Springtime. Really, maybe I should have that one on. Have a Beautiful Day. Some of them have got positive quotes on. That says Have a Beautiful Day, Made with Love. And we've got May Your Dreams Take Flight with hot air balloons. There's another one. Love as much as you breathe, love as much as you live. On that one. You Are Awesome. With love. Just quickly go through. Girly one. Magical unicorns, because obviously there was a lot going on at the time about unicorns. That's why I got that one. True Friends. Respecting my friends that I enjoy you know, having a relationship with. Another like Tea Party one. That's more, I would say, autumny colours. Amazing on that one. Super. I love those felty things. It's also a good way of using bits and pieces in your craft one. I'll always love you. Yeah, you've got to have something with owls on. You can't go through much without having owls. Seek Beauty. That was done sort of when my granddaughter was here. Good Times Ahead. Like the more of an oldie worldy type. Again, Ride a Unicorn, awesome. More sort of fantasy there. Memories. Again, like a Tea Party one there. That one stuck a little bit. Good Morning. Stay colourful. And then we're back to the nail polish one. So, yeah, I'm going to put that somewhere. So I'll just put that over there and have a look. There's the other ceramic one. I'm sure, I'm pretty positive they came as a pair from Poundland. I don't think they were singler. And this one, yeah, came from Wilko's. Another. I said I do change my drinks coasters about. I've got some rings here that I was going to do some more flip books, but I'm still on that one. And I've got some odd buttons here. That's my unicorn one that's got these little sort of embellishments made with love in there. And a few other bits and pieces. Smaller rings are in there. And these nail polishes were what I was supposed to go through when I was doing my nail polishes. Sorry for any shadows. But I think I'm just thinking about possibly just going to get rid of those, not deal with them. They've been there a fair few weeks now and haven't done anything with them. Now this is gold. Now I'm not sure whether I'm actually going to leave it here or not. May change my mind in a bit, but I thought I might put that other piece at the back there. That there and that there, and I'll show you that a close up there, you know, just to change it round. I won't get rid of this if I don't tend to use it, but you know, it's nice to change things around. And this is also nice if I want to go into another room, if I want segments to put pieces in. So I will figure that one out. And then I need my pens. These are the ones that I'm using at the moment. And I'm going to take them out and I'm going to put them in this. So, oh, I say, it's a very thin one that I've been using with my junk book. And that's just one of those tools for my scoring board. And a couple of thinner pens there. My Sharpie, the black Sharpie I use the most, and I tend to have a piece of washi tape on it, the one that I'm actually using at the time. So that I'm going to store away for another time. So that's that. And you know what? I may put my other paper clips here and take these off my card and put those in there. That's the sort of thing I use most of the time. So, do apologise for the rustle. And I'm going to put those in there, because I'll be using these on my planner. So I do like these paper clips. I've got bows. Don't know if you can see that. And these are the heart ones. So look, get rid of that. And that can go up there. And that's things that I use. And as I say, that segment I'm going to get rid of. Now, this I'm going to change out my unicorn. And I have got my little bunny. So yeah, I'm going to put those in there. And I'll put that up there just to, and that one can be stored away. And so can most of that. And my buttons. I've got actually a apple that has all my buttons in. So they will be stored away because I don't need those out at the moment, because I'm just going to use that one. So looks like that is that part of the desk done, and I'm just going to do this segment here. It has all my papers in and everything, so I can pull those out, do those little shelves, and I've just got to do the top part as well. Right, so at the side here I have got 3 shelves, and I'm going to take everything off of each shelf and wipe it down and go through it all. Probably not so much these pads, but I'm going to pull them out just to wipe the little shelf, due to the fact that I'm going to get sidetracked if I do that. That might be in another video where I do a closer look at my papers and everything. And in this one, it's the ones that don't actually stand up on that shelf there. So I'm going to do that now, and I'll show you what I got on each segment. So I'm starting with this top little cupboard shelf here. So there's 3, and these have all of my pencil cases and everything in. That one I got from Tesco's. I haven't actually got anything in that one at the moment. I got that on clearance. These 3 came from Poundland, so I'm going to take those off. And I'm just using one of those kitchen wipes just to wipe it and get the dust off and whatever like that, you know, just quickly. And in each of these I will show you what I do have. I have them in a certain order so I remember what's in them. So this one here has all my Sharpie pens. As I said, I do keep a black one out just for the fact that's the one that I use the most and is in use. The next one is this one. This is the smaller one. I'm sure this one came from Poundland. I know the bigger ones did. Yeah, I'm sure it did. And this has all my highlighters in different colours. So it just stops it from getting cluttered. So that's that one. And then the third one, which is another one of this size. And then if I show you in this one, It has all my felt tip pens in that one. So that's that. So they just keep everything organised, and they're there. And I say I try and work on the cold, warm, and hot method to how I use pieces. That is that if it's hot, it's something you use a majority of the time, so it needs to be accessible. Warm, you use it, but not so much, so that can be put maybe not so reachable. And then obviously the cold method is when you don't really want to get rid of anything, but you may need it. I try and make sure things are regularly used anyway. So this is the pad, so I'm just going to take these out and give this shelf a wipe. And then what I might do is obviously show you this in more detail maybe in another video. I'm not sure how interesting people are on art supplies. I am, and it's the same as notebooks and stationery. It's still nice to, you know, see pieces. The smaller ones here, these all came from The Works. So go there, and then all these, rest of these go. I would say, and I said this I think previously, Poundland hasn't done much of the paper pads. They did the Winnie the Pooh set, they also do the Christopher Robin, and they did some lovely Christmas ones, but I haven't noticed anything different for the lockdown. And what I meant by Christopher Robin, I mean like these. So let's get all these paper pads back. I'm not going to get distracted today on all these. Some of them did actually came from Hobbycraft on the clearance section. So that's all my pads. And then we're down to the bottom one, which is this one. Of the larger pads that don't actually fit up wide, you know, up ways like that. So just give that a quick wipe. If I can do this, sorry, without the camera. Yeah, a bit little wobbly there. I do apologise. Probably, I don't know. I'll leave it in probably. I do like this sports one. Again, I'll have to go to this in more detail. That was from Hobbycraft, and I've got all the larger pads there because this is the sort of thing that I do use the most. So then all I've got to do then is just quickly wipe the rest of this and then do the top part. Then I might have to actually stop the video here. This may be into 3 parts due to the fact that it's going to be a very long video else. And I'm not sure if you're bored by this time. Yeah, I've got a black bag there that I need to sort out. I got some craft pieces I was given, and that is down the side, which will be another time. But I really wanted to get my desk done today. So the last thing is right at the top here. I have got my shelf here. Peeking out, I have a hook behind there that's got the gift bags. So I've got a couple of boxes, and I got that. It's actually a jewellery box which I got from Lidl a while back. Was it beginning of last year? I have all my paper clips in there and going along there. And then I've got a lamp which come in down here just in case I need a direct light. Yes, I've got my D there. I'll give you an overview of it once I've finished. So I'm just going to dust the top shelf, and then I'll show you my desk as it is now. Right, so I've actually finished this segment now, and there's my desk. It looks a little bit clearer and refreshed from previously, and everything's been wiped down. And I've got my shelf up there is also been wiped down, and the boxes also. I didn't show that bit because I know this video is going on too long as it is. So that is how I set it up, and when I am not using it anywhere else, I leave my little stand there that I got from Flying Tiger quite some time ago. So that is my desk. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
It's in our hands. It's in our hands. It's our home. It's your home. It's our home.